Hi and welcome to a new vlog. I'm at the Swift factory. Surprise, surprise. Always seem to spend a lot of time here. And basically I've come to their Swift open day. I've been saying this about this on the channel, so I'm going to take a few snapshots, and I believe there's somebody I know here. A couple called keep my eyes out for them. Right, let's get in there. Well, I'm here at the Swift factory opening. I'm in the new Trekker Moto. So basically based on the camper vans, but now there's a coach built. And this is just shy of 80, I think it's about 79 grand, just over. And it really is very smart, there's no doubt about it. It looks smart on the outside. It looks almost Heimlich on the outside. I don't think that's an insult. But I just really am quite liking this. It's on a Ford chassis still, and it really looks really smart. It really looks really smart. Now, I'll try and just line it up a little bit. Back on the old camera. You got your full oven and everything. You got your storage, of course. This literally was finished 2 days ago. You got your bathroom here in the middle. It's obviously going to be shut off. With the door here. There we go. This isn't a review. I'm just looking at it. That's here at the back. It looks really smart. I think Swift have done a really good job on this actually. Look down here for your shower. Yeah, little L-shaped kitchen, and also the slimline fridge freezer. Your control panels up there. Lights down out there, and the seating is really comfortable. Let's sit down on it now. It's really comfortable. But this looks really smart. It really does. Yeah. They make another. I think there's 3 layouts. I'm not sure. I didn't quite look at the spec. I quite like all this sort of thing as well. It looks good. Well, I like these little spots. Good. That's going to be a new handle on that on production. Big lockers. Yeah, very smart. Very smart. Now, I've been looking around the vans and things, and it really is, when you get talking to people, it's amazing. People are saying now they realise what goes into a caravan, and if some of them going around the factory tours, just being shown around through the factory. Obviously the factory isn't working, it's a Sunday, but they're just realising that there's a lot goes into this. And I was talking to one of the guys here I've known for years, and we were talking about suppliers and trying to get the stock in, and it really is, you can see why the price. I know we say caravans over inflated prices. Yes, they are expensive, and one of the reasons is because everything else has gone up. It's just been mad. Anyway, I'll go and have a look at what else there is. So I'm just saying, this is just really to see what the show's going like.
You just have to wait a minute, there's a gentleman inside that one for you.
Oh, I'm coming out. I'm glad to chat. Well, hi. This was going to be a bit of a vlog at the Swift factory preview thing, event, and to be quite honest, it never materialised. We've got a few shots on here, and that's about it really. Problem with me was I got talking, and unfortunately once I get going I'm a bit hard to stop, as several people found out. I did have a good quizzing around with Swift staff, a lot of people I know anyway, but I'm trying to put my computer screen up actually. I saw Hey Ho Let's Tow. I saw David and Irene. Lovely to see them, because we've been still struggling here. That's it. Been on about meeting up when I'm in that area, and we finally did it, although it was only for a short while. But I met up with Ollie, who has actually he's got a Swift Caravan. I think he's got an Elegance. Very nice fan, and he's starting to get back onto his YouTube thing, and to put it bluntly, we had one hell of a long chat. Poor lad was trying to get off home actually, and we kept stalling, and the rain came, so we walked back to the car park. But we had lots of things of discussion, and we did say, right, coming October showing on the 14th of October, which is a Tuesday, which is the opening day of the show. Let's meet up and have a cup of tea and, you know, chew the fat a bit more. Because it was very interesting to talk to Ollie actually, and I enjoyed it. Now, as you know, I don't really bother with a lot of other YouTubers. Well, I don't, but people like David and Irene. I'll always have time for them, and also for Lost Weekends, which I'm hoping to do a bit of you stuff with in the next month or two, and now Ollie, and we really had some really serious discussion about the way things are on YouTube, what happens. But what was good was we were very much on the same wavelength. You know, we talked as though we'd known each other for years, a bit like David and Irene, to be quite honest. I mean, I do a lot of jesting with them and messing about really. We never get to seem to talk serious, but we must do. So I will give them a plug for their YouTube site, which is Hey Ho Let's Tow. I keep saying hey ho, here we go, I don't know why, but Hey Ho Let's Tow. And yeah, I think, you know, they do something completely different from what I do. And Ollie's going to do, I think a few reviews, that sort of thing. So we'll see how he gets on. He enjoyed his day at Swift. I enjoy my time always at Swift when I'm there. It seems strange to see the public there in the factory grounds, because normally I'm always there when it's the factory's always in full flow. And I saw a few staff that I knew as well. That was always good, who were brought in to look after people on the Sunday. And how did the event go? Well, I think it went very well. I went on the Sunday, and hang on a minute, I guess. Oh, I don't know, kids who'd have them. Right, back to where I was up to. Yeah, I thought it went really well. And I spoke to Ollie and everything, and it was really good. We had a good chat. The Saturday, I had a friend of mine go there Saturday. I think the sun shone a bit more. It was a bit of a dull day yesterday, but there were still plenty of people there, and I think people were very sort of amazed at actually what goes in to producing a touring caravan, motorhome, or one of the holiday homes. I mean, I've been around the factory several times. If you go search through the videos, I think it's over about 18 months ago now. But if you search, go to the thing, click on the videos and search through, you'll see my Swift, the Swift factory tour that I did. That I did a video of. So it's just me and a young lad called Jack, who was my my guide, as it were. But we went around and I took shots, stills and bits on video. So have a look at that. So if you went to the event yesterday and the day before, have a look. You saw the factory in its sort of sleeping state, but once it wakes up again the next day, it's a hive of activity. So if you check on the video, you'll see that. Now, also, it was very interesting to hear people's comments on the new sprites, and I would say very favourable, to be quite honest with you. And I should think so, really. I just think they need some more layouts. A few things missing that really maybe need to be put on as standard, but they're going to do a little kit. So like the AKS stabiliser hitch, because if it's a first timer, greasing the toe ball for the car with a normal hitch, a lot of people won't do that. So obviously you don't do that with the AKS with the friction pads. So basically the AKS, I think, is a kit. There's a TV aerial, AKS, carpet, and one or two little bits and bobs. But apart from that, really, I don't know how much that will be extra on the cost, but that seems to be what they're going to do. They'll put that pack on for people. I think personally, if I was buying it, and I was on a stringent, on a very tight budget, those bits would have to be put on at some stage. I'd have to probably say, look, well, I want the AKS hitch and I want the TV aerial, and those would be probably my two things. It's got sprung upholstery, it's got blown air heating, hot water, etc. fridge, so it's got everything you need. So really, yes, it is more basic, but it's still well made, it's still well produced. And on the Alpine 4DB, which I think is going to be, it's going to be a real good little van. That I think it's going to really be a good van. I got a couple of one or two of my friends said about the back end with no window in, and there's the mirror there, and I think I said that on the review. Again, it's down to cost. They're trying to keep the cost down, but not anything else down. That it's still produced the same way as the Swift Elegances. There's no sort of side factory where they just go down and they put cheap stuff in. It's all still made with good quality gear, and I think, as I say, the sprites will do really well. I think Challengers will take up the baton from where the Sprite Exclusives finished, and I put a question to someone. I said, actually, the new Bailey Phoenix, in all fairness, I've not seen it yet, but with the spec, and the Challenger will be a little bit more expensive, but probably now, you're talking about for an extra grand or two, you get a Challenger. And some people say, well, I don't want a Phoenix, I want a Challenger, because that's, it's going more up market and a bit more spec. Things like alarm, that sort of thing, gas barbecue, exterior main socket. But also the fact is, it's a very stylish Caravan. As I say, I can't say anything about the Phoenix yet. I've not been and seen one, and I can't wait to go and have a quick look. They should be arriving on my local dealers' forecourts very soon, and I'm sure I'll be down there and have a quick look about. But everything else was good at the Swift event, and I think it was a good idea for let people come and have a look. I would like to see for September next year again we have like a Harrogate / Lawns venue back again, where you can go and coachman can be there like it's been for many years. And I think that needs to be returned. But I think it was a good idea at Swift to do that. Eldest did that a couple of years ago. They just had a couple of events where they had people there showing the new ranges, but they seemed to come to a stop with that. That seemed to come to a stop. So yes, it was a very good, and I enjoyed my afternoon. I mean, I drove a 270-mile round trip. to have a chat, and again to look at vans. It was all right, but I did look at the Trekker, and I thought the Trekker new coach builds looked really smart. In all fairness, I didn't go thinking they weren't going to be. I just sort of went thinking, yeah, it'll be another motorhome by Swift, and yeah, it'll have a few extra deck holes, and it'll be a bit like the Trekker camper van, but on a motorhome. But it wasn't. It just felt so much better. The build quality outside looked better still. And in fact, I joked with one of the Swift guys and said, look, don't take this the wrong way, but I said, it's almost like a Hyman. He went, yes, you could be right, he said. And inside, I've done a quick little roam around it. I've not done a review on it. I thought it was very nicely, tightly put together. I thought the interior looked good. I spoke to a salesman because they had a couple of dealers there. They had Spinney, MG Caravans, Coupland's Caravans were there. And I think a guy on Spinney said, oh, God, I said, what do you think of that, the new Trekker? And he says, sold one within an hour. He says, on Saturday morning. That was it. So he said, that's what happened. He said, somebody came in, saw it, and just fell in love with it. And he said, we've sold one or two. So I think that'll be good. I think it's about 79,500, I think. As I say, you'll see it on the video. So I took, as I say, a few snapshots, but that was it really. I did get carried away. I didn't intend to go to do a vlog really. I just thought, I'll take the camera, and if I do, I do, and I don't, well, so be it. But I wish I had if the weather had been nicer and things, I'd have probably gone round and sort of maybe had a chat with 1 or 2 people and that. But I did meet some subscribers, and if those subscribers are watching now, a big thank you to come up and say hello, and it was so nice to meet you. There was a chappie there after he got an LD 304, and he was looking at the Sprite Alpine. I think he was looking at the new 4DB or the Alpine 4, I can't remember, but he wanted something a bit bigger than the 304. I sort of said, well, yeah, I think you could be all right with the Alpine 4 DB. He wanted something to say a bit bigger than his 304, and the 304 had been very good for him. He'd had no problems with it. It's only 12 months old, but even so, we all know you can have problems with year-old caravans. So, yes, it was good to see everybody, and I suppose the next big one will really be the October show. Now that starts on the 14th of December, and 14th of September. And one of the big the things about that show is going to be a real tester as to how the market is going to be reacting. And strangely enough, I was asking a guy, we were talking to somebody, and he was telling me about caravans at 10 to 15k were very, and below, good ones, were very popular with people who were looking at buying their first caravan. And they've been moving quite quickly off the forecourts. Season's coming to an end now, regarding buys and sales really. Another month or so and things will really slow right down. So we shall see what's what, and we'll see what the NEC does bring. But anyway, I'll be talking to you again since then. Is that what you say? Well, I don't know. I'll be talking to you again before then, should I say? And I'll let you know what's what now. I'm trying to get a date for the 2 Lunas to look at those. So we're trying to work out a date to get those done. And I've got another couple of classic caravans to go and look round as well, which, as you know, I do like. And I'll try and fit some bits of information and maybe some brochure shots in as well, to sort of help the video along like I normally try and do. So anyway, I'll let you go. As I say, thank you again for watching the video, watching the channel as a whole, getting lots of good feedback, people liking it, which is really good. Please recommend it to other people as well, any caravanning friends and motorhome friends or holiday home friends. There is another channel called the Static Caravan and Lodge channel. Now I only started that a couple of years ago and I've not really done much with it, but I'm hoping to get that on a bit, and do sort of reviews on that for holiday home and static and lodges. I've got lots of opportunity to do things like that. I know that industry quite well as well, so I've been following that for 20, 30 odd years plus. So I know there are lots of people come and gone in that, and manufacturers and models. So I'll let you go, and I say I'll do that. I said that before. That I'll let you go. And oh, hang on, I've just remembered something else. Oh God. I've just done a driver awareness course. I got done for speed and come back from the oldest trade show, and I took the driver awareness course I was offered, and I did that this morning online, and it was really good. And actually it is a bit of a learning curve, because you do tend to forget about all the rules and regulations. And I'll tell you something now, they are tightening up a lot on speeding. The tutor guy was saying, he said a lot of speed limits coming in, and if you're a couple of miles an hour over, they're still going to be doing you. It varies from police force to police force, apparently. Some are a bit more lenient, others aren't. So the idea is really not to speed, and we're all guilty of it, and we all speed every day, but the idea is not to do it. And also it was good, it just gave you some good sort of education on the road, and what to expect, and what to look out for. Things that really what we used to call in the olden days common sense. Or as my instructor used to say to me, read the road like you would a book, and he says you can't go far wrong. And he should have known he was a postman, but he was a qualified driving instructor as well, which he used to do in the evening. So those are the days when it was £3.25 an hour, and it went up to £3.50. I thought that was extortionate. Right, I definitely am going. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and thank you for all the new subscribers that are coming on board. It's great to see. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.